The Aprilia RRV 450 Challenge comes to Mallory Park for the next round of the championships. 30 degrees air temperature, 40 degrees track temperature. Connor Tagg, James Folkard and Jake Dixon all battling it out for the title. Welcome to GP Racing Dream, the next step.
Welcome to a gloriously sunny Mallory Park in Leicestershire for GP Racing Dream, the next step, featuring the Aprilia RRV 450 GPs, part of the Thundersport GB package. Mallory Park recently resurfaced and with great new spectator banks, and indeed the spectators enjoying the great action. Steve takes us on board for a lap of the track.
Thanks very much, Robin. So here we are there, Mallory Park, first corner, as ever, on your knee around Gerrard's. A long, sweeping right-hander all the way up into 5th or 6th gear. And then just on the exit here, just crunch on the last bit of the throttle before cracking down the gears again. 2nd or 3rd gear, left, right, flick into Edwina's. Great overtaking opportunity, then on the power into a very fast right-left here at the S's. Just clip the white line on the left and then uphill into the sharpest hairpin in Great Britain. In shorts, down to 2nd gear, maybe even 1st, all the way round, back on the power through the bus stop chicane. Here we go then, left, then right, then left again. Devil's Elbow here, caught 1 or 2 riders out in the past, and then that leads you back onto the start-finish straight.
Thanks very much, Steve. Great lap of this lovely little circuit here at Mallory Park. Well, the riders eagerly waiting on the grid. Weather conditions absolutely beautiful. Steve's waiting for him.
Number 100, Connor Tagg, pole position then for the first race of the day here, Mallory Park in the 450s. He is after another lap record. He broke it here yesterday in the damp and the weather really hot. 2nd position, Jake Dixon. Well, his recent run of results has seen him move to within a point of James Folkard here. Zip down, zip up, here he goes again. Always fiddling around. On the grid here, look at this though, the smiling Phil Canessa from North Walsham. He's looking to get another podium to his name.
Thanks very much, Steve. Yes, grid full of great prospects. Sam Cox, Liam Shelcock, Jamie Thackeray and his brother Luke on the 2nd row. Then we've got Blake Wools, Jordan Hull, Michael Clifford, Will Hodgson and Reese Hutchinson on the grid. As the lights go out, the RRV 450s just pour down into Gerrard's. Lovely start, Steve. Particularly, I think, from James Folkard.
Yeah, there you see him, number 43 with a white helmet, just around the outside, a lovely riding style. He has managed to get out into the lead, the championship leader. But boy, oh boy, is his lead taken a bit of a battering, Robin. Jake Dixon, number 35, who's in 3rd position at the moment, just behind Connor Tagg, has closed in that gap quite considerably.
Yes, Jake Dixon looking very, very comfortable on this 450 Aprilia now. Of course, most of these young riders graduates from the Aprilia Super Teams. Oh, goodness me, getting himself sorted there. Sam Cox just taking advantage, nicking up the inside. But yes, some of them growing at different rates, of course, some of them physically outgrowing the Aprilia Super Team machines. And so these 450s, the great step. That's why it's GP Racing Dream, the next step, of course. It is the next step for a lot of these young riders. And these bikes prove particularly fast with brilliant handling in the tight corners as well.
Yeah, with not many years left for the 2-stroke, it's a great platform now for the youngsters to jump onto. And James Folkard, a classic example of that, the 2007 Super Team champion, currently leads this one from Connor Tagg and Jake Dixon. I should, of course, just apologise to Ben Gautry, because he's in fact got the lap record of Mallory Park, and I was going on the basis of John Ward's circuit manager's list that he'd given to me, which was wrong, so slap around the wrist there for John Ward.
Look at this, these 3 at the front. At the moment, they could care less about that. It's a and twitching across the curves there and almost taking the big dive. Phil Canessa, number 29, beautifully gathered up in the end, but that got really unsettled and he nearly planted himself in the barriers on the exit of the bus stop. Thank goodness he didn't, as the leaders around Gerrards once again. Jake Dixon, number 35 there in 3rd place, and now in 4th place, leading the charge behind Liam Shelcock down from the west coast of Scotland.
Yeah, good to have Liam back with us after a shoulder injury that's kept him out of a couple of rounds, but at the front, his championship leader, Folkard from 100, Connor Tagg, and then Jake Dixon. Connor Tagg didn't have a particularly good round last time out at Cadwell Park, but he's proven so far this weekend that when the going's good, he is quicker than anyone.
Yep, he can consistently lap quicker than others, and the great thing about Connor is he's got a little trick. He seems to manage to get quicker the longer a race runs on. Some people are very quick at the start and then start to tail off, but Connor just keeps the button pushed right to the end, and look at him fanning out as they cross the start-finish line there, and sure enough, Connor Tagg moves over and takes the lead.
Yeah, James Folkard has been a little frustrated so far this weekend here at Mallory Park. He's used to leading and not having all of this trouble midway through a race. Connor Tagg and Jake Dixon have come on quite a lot since the opening round, certainly since Anglesey, and now he's got a lot in his plate. It's a 3-way battle for the championship, that's for sure, but it is Folkard that leads from Tagg, and Jake Dixon in 3rd, just perhaps summing everything up and letting this battle ahead of him unfold.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Tagg and Folkard taking turns at the front, but you're quite right, Steve, you should never count out Dixie. He sat there in 3rd place with a beady eye on those guys ahead. We saw him very much last year as something of a wet weather specialist, simply because he was a demon in the wet, but he's actually a bit of a demon in the dry as well. The conditions don't worry him, however they're thrown at him. And yes, I think you're quite right. It's a bit of a watching brief for Jake Dixon at the moment. He's been thoroughly entertained as Connor Tagg once again moves out into the lead.
Yeah, Jake just doesn't look like he's really pushing it that much. I think there's a bit more in the tank. We just see a little bit further back. There is number 3, Michael Clifford, having a good battle with Jordan Hole. Number 99, just behind him, Luke Thackeray. But back at the front here, it's Tagg then that leads from Reading. And in 2nd position, Liverpool's very own James Folkard.
Yes, James just looking to run up the inside there, but thought better of it as they ran into the hairpin. I have to say, there have been some good improvers too further back down the grid. Certainly, I think we mentioned last time out at Cadwell Park, it was good to see Jordan Hole putting in improved performances. He's doing the same here at Mallory. But once again, how great it is to see Phil Canessa back in the saddle. He had a horrible accident towards the end of last season at Snetterton, which you may have seen on the TV coverage that we did of that, but lovely to see him back and being competitive. He was on that front row, of course. He's enjoying himself at the moment out there.
Yeah, Phil Canessa back with us, and I think he'll be knocking on the door of a race win soon enough. Local circuit Snetterton up next, but what about Jake Dixon? Just from 3rd position up to 1st into Edwinas. And well, the other two have been caught napping there because Dixie now has the advantage, and I think he might have enough to pull away. There is Canessa, number 29, ahead of Shelcock, and then that's Sam Cox in the bright orange and light blue leathers just behind them.
Yeah, or any of those positions could change. 3 very likely lads indeed, working hard there in that group just behind the leaders. But up the front, beautifully done by Jake Dixon, just to nab the lead. Can he hold on to it? There he is. Now it's Connor Tagg who takes up the cudgels. Connor's back up into 2nd. Connor Tagg loves Gerrards. He's taken the lead twice around there, and now he's pushing hard, chasing after Jake Dixon, as we see Liam Shelcock just succumbing to Sam Cox there.
Good speed there through the S's from Jake Dixon as they make their way into Short's hairpin. Folkard moves back up into 2nd position, but he runs a little bit wide, just chops the nose off of Connor Tagg, who remains in 3rd position. There's number 53, Reese Hutchinson. He's about to be lapped by these 3.
Well, that was extraordinary. Jake Dixon almost got off the bike there. His leg was right up alongside his shoulder, but he managed to maintain balance. He just clattered into that curb right there in the middle of the bus stop, but the leader stays on board.
There was 194, Jamie Thackeray just going by with the green helmet, the older brother of the 2 Thackeray's, and it's last lap time. I don't think anyone's going to be able to catch Dixie here, but it's going to be a great scrap for 2nd position.
Yes, Connor Tagg at the moment, number 100, just holding that 2nd place. It's Connor who has the fastest lap of the race so far, and James Folkard looking up the inside, but it's slammed in his face. There we see Jake Dixon through Devil's Elbow. Nothing's going to take down Dixie in this one. There's the win for Jake Dixon. and Connor Tagg just squeaking across the line there in second place. And, well, they congratulate each other as they enter Gerrards, and Jake there taking the win. There's the confirmation from Connor Tagg. James Folkard third, Phil Canessa an excellent fourth ahead of Sam Cox, Liam Shelcock. Blake Walls was seventh, Jordan Hole eighth, then Jamie Thackeray and Michael Clifford. Rounding out the top 10, there's Jake Dixon in the middle, Connor Tagg and James Folkard on the podium.
Third place in that one, James Folkard, probably one of the best races of the season, but you might not think so, sitting third.
No, it would have been better if we won. But no, it's a brilliant ride with Connor and Jake. Just all of us are riding really on the limit, so I think Connor's done the lap record so many times already this weekend now. Yeah, just brilliant rides, and it should be good to watch on the telly.
Anyone to thank us all, James?
Mainly Dave Lewis and Leslie this time, because obviously I haven't really mentioned them a lot, just because you sort of take them for granted, don't you? You know, they're always there. But I wouldn't be here without them, you know. Menard, Pablo and everyone who supported me, mum, dad, little brother. Charlie, I've got to mention Amy as well. Amy Smith, this is Charlie's sister. Sophie, everyone, just brilliant. Thank you very much.
Well done to you, James. We'll move on to lap record holder Connor Tagg. You just keep on pinging away these lap records, but unfortunately you lost track of the last lap then.
Yeah, I did, because I was just like sat behind him and I wasn't really concentrating what lap it was, but I was a bit late, but I'll try my best for the next one.
So looking to try and get a win for the next one and catch these two up in the championship?
Yeah, I'm going to try my best, and thank you to PP Construction, Ian Newton, Nitro, Bridgestone. Thank you to all of them.
Well done to you, Connor. Move on to race winner Jake Dixon. Dixie, new championship leader, sound good?
Yeah, it sounds brilliant, but we just got to keep it up right from now on. We don't need any like crashes or anything like that, so hopefully we can carry on doing the performance we've got at the moment.
Yeah, only a few points ahead of James, and I think he's got your number for the next one. He really wants this win. How do you feel about that?
Well, yeah, like at the beginning of this race, they were really strong around Gerrards, and I couldn't really do nothing about it, so I had to make it up into somewhere like Edwina's, but then I just found a bit more speed and a bit more grip around Gerrard, so yeah, I was happy with it, and hopefully we can hold them off for the next race as well. So.
And people to thank, Jake?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my team again, Buttons, my dad, and Keith for doing the pit boarding. He's done a brilliant job today. Cheers to him.